Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I wanted to just cut to the chase real quick and talk about top surgery scars in drawings because I feel like no one does them properly and I'm kind of sick of it because I always just see those stylized ones that are like cool but also way overdone, and I think people just assume that's what top surgery scars look like. So I'm not spreading that agenda anymore. We're done. So the first half of this video is going to be me kind of breaking down what top surgery scars look like in real life. So I'm going to add a warning right here, right now, saying there will be pictures of like actual scarring. If you don't want to see that, maybe click off this video. If you want to get to my rant, which will be later in the video, then just skip to there. But yeah, that first half will be about how to actually draw certain types of top surgery scars, what they look like, and just educating you that it's not a monolith of a procedure. There are different types of the procedure based on your body, but I'll get more into that in that section of the video. And then the second half will be me kind of ranting about why I wanted to talk about this today, because there was an inciting incident, and just kind of in general my experience drawing more diverse top surgery scars online and how it's kind of differed between drawing the more standard scar versus some of the more minimal scarring or stuff similar to what I have, because my qualifications, I've had the surgery, so locked in. There's nothing to be flexed there, what ifs. Anyway, let's just jump right into the video. Yeah!
Okay, so here I have a bunch of different pictures of different types of top surgeries you can get. I'm honestly missing a lot, so I'll just draw them onto this little model I made here. But yeah, there are a lot of different ways you can get top surgery, and it really depends on how your chest looked before and what the surgeon you go to is like able to do within their skill set, which usually is most types, but it really can cause you to have a very different looking chest depending on, again, like I said, what you looked like before, your skin type, your skin color. There are a lot of different factors, and then also the healing process can make your chest look different too. So most people know this one here. This is double incision, very standard, the lines beneath the pecs and then scarring around the areola. That is kind of bog standard, typical top surgery scar. You don't get any more basic than that. And it's what most people do because it's the one that is available to any chest size. You also will sometimes see the scarring go more laterally across the chest instead of contouring the pec. And sometimes that causes this bit of like a bump here. So be cognizant of that based on where you place the scarring. Other times when you get double incision, they'll sometimes connect this middle here if you had a larger chest before, and just to make sure there's no loose skin. Sometimes it will even continue more towards under your armpit, which is to account for maybe dog ears. I would say if you're looking to make a realistic scar for your character that's had top surgery, research beforehand so you know what qualifies people to have certain types of the surgeries, which will cause certain types of the scarring. So don't use me as your medical professional because I am not a medical professional. I would research on actual surgeons' websites and look at the results they have posted there, because they typically will have results posted, and then use that knowledge to make informed choices about your characters. And then when you're coloring your scars, also remember different people based on, again, skin tone and skin type and texture will have different colored scarring. So this person here, you can barely see it, but it's kind of darker tan compared to their skin. But then this person here, it's very light red. Or this person here, it's slightly lighter than their skin tone, but it's a lot more peachy than their skin tone here. But then you have over here, someone's scars are a lot darker than their skin tone. So it really just depends on who your character is and, again, what their skin is like and how it'll scar because then some scars are flatter. Like this person's scars seem to be a lot flatter than this person's scars, which seem to be bumped up. And there is a really good tutorial on Pinterest, I'll have to find it, that goes over different types of scarring, like the actual scar itself, not just the technique used to cause it. And it's so well done. I'll have to either put some screenshots or link it, but check it out. Now, we've all seen the typical double incision scars, right? And we've seen these bad boys, which I personally am not a fan of, but honestly, like, if you want to draw stylized scars, go crazy, do whatever. It's none of my business. But if you want to make more realistic scars, here's the pot of gold you're looking for. Now this here, as you can see, there's a very faint incision and then a drainage scar there, right? So this is keyhole, and basically they take a little incision here, they take everything here and take it out, and then they just stitch it right back up. And there's no larger scar. They'll have drainage tubes, but any top surgery will have drainage tubes, and it varies where that drain is put in. But how you draw that, you just, I don't know, little something underneath the nipple. And then this is kind of in my art style as well, so take certain things with a grain of salt, but boom, there you go. This person's had top surgery, but most people won't even notice it. Oh no, same layer. Okay, whatever. Then there's also periareolar, similar, but they do an incision around the entire areola, and then they kind of bring the skin in. This is a longer healing process, but it also causes minimal scarring, and that's how I would probably draw it. Again, I would do this lightly with colored line art, and then draw a subtle kind of coloring around the areola. This, again, my art style. It will look different for you because I got this idea the same way I do, and I do not draw the same way you do. Make this video. There's also fish mouth, which I think is pretty sick. And their whole niche, they make this longer incision across your chest, trans guys, and then pull the skin in like that. And aren't some people even opt to just get their nipples completely removed? Through their account, which kind of applies for any of these. Ever draw the stylized scars that I'm drawing. You can just opt out and be like, nah, I don't want that. Okay. Which is very cool. So you're not a lot of non-binary people, or that diverse, disproportionately so, love non-binary people opt for this fish mouth. Like, I get if you don't want to have to draw like all these different bodies and stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything amongst that crowd. But if that's your niche, so if you're diverse, having a more gender neutral, actually draw look for your character, maybe try that one. Because every single time that's kind of like the main ones I can think of. There's also there's inverted T, which you start with. Ever see ones that look kind of original, like mine, or like a bunch of other double incision looking scar, just one type and then scar. It connects and in. Obviously, you're never going to be able to draw everyone's, which I think also looks cool. This one also is quite popular. So I've drawn online drawing those big Benji from Mission Impossible surgery scars. And it's visible. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I feel. But I think now I'm going to transition this into a little bit of a rant. I love drawing him because he's such a kind of the culture around drawing and has top surgery scars, transition trans bodies in general experience. Because I have a couple things to say. I drew him. I have my opinions about this. More visible top surgery scars. I'll catch you in that segment. Oh my god, trans Benji, that's so awesome. I love this headcanon. Why didn't I think of this? And I was like, yes, this is awesome. This is cool. You can see his scars. I didn't have to say anything in the tags. You just saw it, and we're like, wow, that's awesome. It's great. But then I wanted to draw him. It's like, oh, well, it makes more sense, I feel like, with his body type and blah, 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 that he would have this other type of scarring. I post it. No one notices. I'm like, hey, chat. So he's not cis just because I drew him this certain way. And it's such a weird experience because I get that too, like in real life. I do theater stuff, and like changing backstage, this one kid would see me like pull my shirt off and put a new shirt on all the time, and a while later they make some joke about, oh haha, yeah, you seem like a pretty confident cis guy, and I'm like, dude, Yeah, I'm not. And like it's so weird because it's such a non-issue. Like, yes, it's good. I pass. I don't have to worry about people seeing my scars and like clocking me. But also, then it feels othering. So I'm trying to be at like the forefront of this push to normalize other types of top surgery scars. So that's why you see me here. I think earlier in the speed paint you saw me do more of a double incision, or I think even that sort of inverted T scar for Benji. And I was like, no, I'm giving him what I got because it's fire, it's cool, we ball. But then I look at the comments and no one notices. And I guess I shouldn't really be basing this off of comments and blah, blah, blah. But it is just sad to have this thing not have any recognition to it. And then this also ties into some drawing I did a while back where I made a tutorial on how to draw top surgery scars, which I think still holds up pretty well. I think it works nicely. I made it like right after getting surgery, which is kind of funny. But when I posted on Pinterest, everyone was dogpiling on me because I said something about, hey, don't draw this stylized scar. And I do acknowledge I could have put more context of the don't draw this, but I feel like it was pretty obvious from the rest of my thing that whatever, it's like supposed to be realistic. Everyone in the comments was like, no, you suck. Boo, this is lame, this is boring. Like, this is real people's lives. I don't really know what to tell you. Like, that sort of scar that's a stylized type, it sure could exist in real life, but probably after kind of a botched surgery, I'm going to be honest. You don't really want to have that because that meant your healing process was probably really rough and or painful. So it's just like this weird romanticism of, I mean, I guess it looks cool, sure. And I get why people draw it, but part of me also just, come on guys, can we do a little research and draw some realistic scars? Because what'll happen then is people don't realize it's not what they actually look like, and then they'll be drawing a realistic character in a realistic style and still give them that type of scarring. I'll be like, what? Draw an accurate scar, for the love of God. Oh my goodness. And I've seen a bunch of really cool stylized ones, actually. Like, I messed with some of those Batwing ones, and like, I don't know, there are a lot of cool things I've seen, but I just wish the people who draw in realistic styles would start drawing more realistic top surgery scars. It's really not that hard. You see here this other drawing that I'm working on. Again, he's had top surgery and he's been healed for quite a while. I think, so my headcanon is his character gets that surgery in around 2006, and by the time this scene is happening, it would have been roughly 2015, so it's like 9 years post-op. They're going to be really healed, and the pecs will have shaped out properly, especially since this character is quite active physically, both as a secret agent, because it's Mission Impossible, and just he goes to the gym and whatnot. So he'll have chest that looks like a cis guy because he has minimal scarring and it's been so long post-op. So I just hate the sort of stereotypes that have been thrown onto top surgery, because it doesn't always look like that. And I want more people to know that, and this is why I have this very incoherent rant about please do some more research into the scars you're drawing, because, you know, drawing someone with more atypical scarring could really make someone's day. I know if I were randomly scrolling along and I saw someone with the scars I had, I'd be like, wow, that's really cool, and I'd be really excited. So before you go along posting your stylized scars, maybe, I don't know, maybe just try drawing a different type. It can even be stylized. Do some stylized keyhole scars. I've actually never seen that, and that seems so cool. Please someone draw stylized keyhole scars. That would be awesome. But yeah, rant over. Hope you guys enjoyed one of my calm rants. I know people like this, so I thought I'd do another Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See y'all in the next one. Bye bye.